All right, some days I have the good fortune of fishing on great weather days, and then there are days like today. I'm making an afternoon trip. There's not a whole lot of rain around southeast Louisiana, but what is around is all around me. I had a bunch of stuff picked out on a map that I wanted to fish. Can't get to any of it right now, so I'm just fishing really close to the marina before that closes in on me. If you're watching this video, it means I didn't get struck by lightning. All right, as you can probably tell, not only are there storms around, but the wind is screaming. I think it's gotten worse with the storms around, but my whole drive down here, it was blowing. One of those days I just wanted to fish. Really, the conditions are not the best. Water's dirty. We've had days of west winds here, blowing all the water out. Been super hot, not much rain around. Far from ideal conditions, that's for sure. Water's low. I hope it's falling. It should be falling, but it's already low. I'm starting with this lavender shad SB57. Really got a lot of confidence in this bait right now. I had one on my last trip that got snagged and I lost it, so I just went and bought this one. It's the only one they had, so it's the only one I got. I'll do my best not to lose it today. Check my drag, there we go. All right, it's getting really ugly. I've been fishing maybe 5 minutes, but I gotta run back to that marina. So let's take a pause and hopefully be back on the other side of this rain. All right, so that thunderstorm rained itself out for the most part before it got to the marina, but I sat there for about 45 minutes waiting for it to arrive and then kind of raining itself out. That's it right there, but it's mostly past us now, kind of to the side of us. So now I'm fishing a bayou that I wanted to fish, and the wind has mostly gone down to nothing. It's blowing a little bit, but it's below 10. It's probably 8 or something like that. So that's all good news. The bad news is that this water does not look good. I'm fishing kind of a new area for me that I don't fish a whole lot, and so I don't really know how the west winds affect this area. There's a lot of grass around, but the water just doesn't look that great. I'm throwing this lavender shad SB57 again, and I can see it maybe 6 inches down. And I really prefer this bait, I mean like most baits, prefer it in pretty water. You can see all this exposed bank, how far that water's out, which I normally like, but just wish this water looked better. Visibility's bad. It's fishable, but I wish it looked better. Give this gold spinner a few casts. Good bait for covering water when it's cloudy. This is actually hard to believe, but the water temp is 94 degrees. That's freaking hot. I don't know if I've ever seen 94-degree water. Nice little three-way coming up. I might fish my way through it, get to the other side, and throw a cork. All right, I'm on the other side of that three-way. We'll make a few casts. I've got this Versamax bolt and a voodoo under it. I've been having a lot of luck lately with that voodoo shrimp. Good time of year to throw it. You know, it's a great technique when the water's dirty because it just holds a bait in that strike zone longer and that cork calls them in. All right, no takers on the cork. And I suspected that tide was dead. And the cork confirmed it. It should be falling, but I think it's so far out already that it just doesn't have much more to give. We definitely have to earn them today. So I'm gonna go with an old favorite in this funky water. Blacklight Zoom Z-Craw. I used to fish this bait all the time. Caught a ton of fish on this. These fish are gonna be stacked up somewhere. Just a matter of whether I can find them before sunset. It's almost 6 o'clock. The rain cost me a lot of time, but I've got a couple hours. Hopefully put something together. I love fishing these Texas rig craws because both bass and redfish absolutely love them. You get a bump, no telling what it is. Actually, speckled trout eat them as well. Wouldn't expect to find many trout inside this time of year though. All right, this bayou has gotten shallow. Go back to that spinner bait. Oh goodness, I threw in his mouth. He was right where he was supposed to be, right at the mouth of that cut. Oh, I mean, he hit me. He must have watched it falling from heaven. Doesn't feel like the biggest red, but he's beautiful. Oh, he's barely hooked. Might lose him. It's all right. I'm letting everything go today. I don't want to get up where these fish were. I bet he's got some buddies as quickly as he hit. I think he might be nettable. Come on, dude. Yeah, I know. It's that 94-degree water, huh? It's got you all frisky. Come on, Todd, you can do it. You can do it. Ah, we got him. We got him. Pretty redfish. First fish of the day. It's always A treat. Ooh, I cannot tell you how hot this fish is. All right, we're gonna put a tag in this dude and let him go. All right, dude, let's let you go. Come on, there you go. All right, all right. That's where that fish was, right here. I mean, that's textbook, right? All this water's out, you see all that matted grass. There was probably a few there. I don't know if they're still there, we'll check. That fish barely gave me a chance to crank the reel. Throwing way back in there. There he is. There he is. That might be a bass. It sure is. It sure is a bass. All right. Same little cut where the redfish was, just a little bit deeper. All right. We got him. We got him. Oh, look at the tail on this fish. No wonder he couldn't fight. Look at this guy. Look at that. All right, we can let him go. No tag for him. I don't know if you can really call this a trenasse, a marsh drain. It's more of a small bayou. And it drains a pond. I saw it on the map when I was doing map study of this area. So you know any fish that was in that pond has got to be in this little cut, this little ditch, bayou, whatever we're gonna call it. Uh-oh, you heard some thunder rumble. I think it's that storm that went past us. All right, before we move on, I'm gonna check with a couple other lures. First, the SB57. Feels like the middle's not too grassy. I've seen times where this bait just destroys absolutely anything else you can throw. All right, real quick before we move on, hit it with that black light zoom Z-Craw. Make sure we're not leaving anything behind. There he is. Oh, I missed him. I don't know what the heck that was, but it was just kind of pecking at the bait. It's a weird hit. I have seen a lot of needlefish in this area, so that's probably what it was. All right, last cast, we're gonna move on. All right. Man, the lightning and thunder in that storm. Super intense. All right, this is what our little bayou ends in. An absolutely empty pond. Sometimes something like this will be just loaded with fish. Everything sucks into this little deeper area, even though it's probably not more than a foot or two deep. I'm totally unfamiliar with this one, so I don't know how far in there I can push, but we're gonna make some casts. Now, wind's really died down, but when I come up to something like this, I'll never really push my luck with the wind behind me. If I'm going into the wind, I kind of will, just so I've got that wind to help me get out if I need to. Goodness, lightning is popping. Glad that's not over me. All right, not a whole lot of depth here. 1.5 feet. Make a few fan casts and then turn and get out. Oh, he missed it. I got drilled. Goodness, I see the fish. I see the wake. I see the wake. Well, I saw the wake. How did you miss my bait? He must have hit the blade. He smacked it. Really hard hit. Goodness. I knew there had to be some fish in here. I'd love to find another pond like this. These are very, very frequently money when they look like this. Oh, there he is. There he is. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, nice bass. Man, that's a good bass. That's a good bass for the marsh. Love it, love it. Lucky for you, you don't even get stuck in the back with a tag. So obviously that pond was the end of the road for me. So I'm fishing my way back out the bayou. Of course, I'm gonna hit that little drain, that little bayou on the way out. I got the trolling motor kicked up and just gonna kind of quickly get through here. Hopefully catch a fish or two on the way out. Definitely seen a lot of bait in here. A lot of mullet, it looks like. I love little out of the way bayous like this. They just get overlooked by so many anglers. And you can really do well in them. And obviously, you can fish them in any condition, other than thunderstorm. I wouldn't advise that. All right, this is our little cut. See if it reloaded. All right, no luck, let's keep moving. Even with this water out, this little bayou is 5.5 feet deep in this bend. That's, oh, I love seeing that. Love seeing that. We're gonna find some more fish in here. Got another one of those weird hits. Gotta be a needlefish. That time I didn't set the hook because it was weird. Oh goodness, another bass. I really was expecting to catch more reds than bass, but I don't mind these guys at all, particularly when they're gonna hit like that. Not allowing me to use my tags, but they're still a lot of fun. Love these guys. See you, dude. This is some dicey stuff. I mean, this pond is drained. This pond is drained. According to my depth finder, it's 768 feet. I don't think it's giving an accurate reading. Now, I could be mistaken, I don't know. All right, this tide's barely starting to trickle out. That's good to see. We have a whole lot longer to fish, but at least we got a falling tide now. It's doing something. Ooh. Oh, I missed him. I threw in that redfish's head. He smacked me and I missed him. Oh my goodness. Well, the fish are starting to hit on top. It's the second explosion I've heard. Good time to whip out the top water. Oh, broke me off. Dadgummit. Wow. That was a good fish. I don't know what it was, but he smacked me. Gotta see where I broke. Well, my leader held. Broke at the nut. I was a little afraid. Probably should have retied by now. All right, got a new bait tied on. Oh, gotta cut off my tag. Hopefully this one holds. I don't really know what that was. I saw that fish destroy something on top. I assumed it was a bass, but the way he hit and the power he had, I think it was probably a red. Oh great, it's starting to rain. It started getting windy, but I wasn't expecting it to rain. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's pouring. All right, this trip has come to an end. Time to head home. One more cast. Ah! All right, I am absolutely soaked to the bone, like I fell in. Of course, I get back here to the marina and the sun's out, but it's raining all down there. I mean, I've been out of the rain for maybe 2 minutes. This trip's over, unfortunately. Man, it was just getting good too. Fish were just turning on. It was about to be stupid, but it's the way it goes. Can't fight the weather.